When the wilga trees are whispering and the cypress starts to speak, when the bimblebox is babbling all along the Pangy Creek, if the gidgee is in flower and the waxing moon pale green, then the bush will be preparing for the crowning of the Queen. You won't see it in the papers and the radio won't play it. There are heralds who will share it, but they'll rarely ever say it. It is mostly shared by feel and occasionally by word, but it cannot be ignored by those who've truly heard. It's a call to arms for those whose arms are called to come and play, for the pomegranate king is to be crowned upon that day. But the king will not hold sway in this ephemeral demesne. The power isn't present till the crowning of the Queen. It was way back in '09 when the current Queen was crowned. The semi-trailer stage was set upon the hallowed ground. Hawaiian-shirted sound men had bought their bag of tricks, and the signage was recycled with an upside-down 06. Some arrived the previous evening and were all the worse for wear. Some had followed the dust trails and unsure why they were there. Some thought the local flower show the reason to convene, but there were true believers who were waiting for the Queen. It looked something like a festival. You'd have to squint your eyes to really see the beauty and to keep away the flies. It was gala-ish and musical, with a string of famous acts, if you're happy with the spirit and liberal with the facts. It was the spirit that connected us, the spirit or the vibe. We may be the broadest church, but we're still the tightest tribe. And the searing sun, the endless mirth, the beer and nicotine sealed us then as kinfolk. All we needed was our Queen. Then the Mitchell grass across the plain began to softly sway. The bald hills that surrounded stewarded the sun away, and the stars that were our souls came alight for all to see. And a solemn hush descended on the town of Nymagee. A single spotlight struck the stage. The microphone stood waiting. The people and the goats all stood around anticipating. Those who chose to come together reached out for each other's touch. And for those who came alone, well, there was always beer to clutch. Some say she floated on a cloud. She was carried, others swear. There are some of us who believe that she was simply always there. It doesn't really matter how she came to steal the scene, when all that really mattered were the first words of the Queen. Who knows exactly what was said? There's few know what was heard. But in that tiny moment, we all clung to every word. And every single one of us was suddenly alone, but for the special company of the one who held the throne. I know she sang for me alone. It was only I could hear her sing. And every other person there was feeling the same thing. It was rare, it was beautiful, it was completely unforeseen. Or it might have been the beer. Either way, we had our Queen. And let's not forget our King in his glorious crown of thorns. Well, yin and yang for us is pomegranates and peppercorns. They are the monarchs of our madness, the substance of our dreams. They exist there to remind us of what hides beneath the seams, what we might be, but are not yet, what we once were and are not, what the value of us is when we're stripped of what we've got. Long live the Queen. You know the rest. It's written in the breeze. If you listen to the bimblebox, you can hear the cypress trees.